The Lawrence University Memorial Chapel this afternoon, the Independence Day Sing-Along took a more historical approach in its celebration. New at 5, our Lena Bleets takes us back in time to hear patriotic songs and hymns played by two historic organs.
The 4th of July often represents coming together as a people and putting our differences aside.
There's very few things that we can do in this country where we all do it together and can kind of agree on things. And singing, and all singing together, is one of the best things, I think.
And that's exactly the point of the Independence Day Sing-Along.
Know that it's become a cherished event by the community.
Event organizers wanted to pick songs, hymns, poems, and portions of the Declaration of Independence that represent a diverse America and its history.
We wanted to emphasize the kind of expansiveness of the American experience, where it's not simply just rah, rah, rah America all the time. But
this sing-along is a special part of the Lunchtime Organ Recital Series.
what's special about this event is being able to share the instruments here at the chapel.
Notably, the chapel has two historic organs.
The unique thing about the back organ at Lawrence is that it's the oldest functioning instrument in Appleton, in the area.
And the instruments allow people to sing these patriotic songs the same way they've been heard for hundreds of years.
And organ music is alive and well at Lawrence.
The 4th of July Sing-Along is the one time where people can come participate in one of the Lunchtime Organ Recital Series events. In Appleton, Lena Bleets, Action 2 News.